So today in the Pro Recording Workshop, we're going to look at some techniques for processing your lead vocal track. Obviously, the lead vocal track is the most important track in your recording. It's what people key on first when they listen to your song. So let's give the song a listen to we're going to be working on today. So that's a fun rhythmic track from a band called the Midas Ascension. Let's listen to the lead vocal track soloed out here for a second.
So many years in love and pain, calling me back to you.
So you notice it's really kind of up close and dry sounding. It was recorded in a vocal booth with a large diaphragm condenser mic, which I think is the right way to do it because it's easier to add space to it than it is to take it away. So let's go to our mix window and start getting some processing plugins on here. Usually what I like to start with is a de-esser. Basically, it's a frequency-specific compressor. It tames the extra sibilance in the voice, which can really tear through your speakers at a high volume level. So let's get this set. So basically you want to set that so it's triggering the compressor anytime extra sibilance happens, those nasty S sounds. So the next plugin I like to use in my vocal chain would be an EQ. Let's go to a Renaissance 6-band here. And I usually start with a little bit of a high pass filter here, get rid of some of that low end rumble. There's nothing down there for the voice anyway, frequency wise. Maybe bring up a little 4K, 3 dB at 4K. And maybe a little bit at 10K. We'll use a shelf EQ there. What that's going to do is add a little bit of air to our vocal sound. Let's give that a listen. Nice, so that's fairly subtle, but you want to be subtle with EQ. You don't want it to be too over the top. And obviously it depends on the type of microphone you're using or the frequency of the voice, depending on how much it's going to need to make it sit in your track correctly. So the last thing I'm going to put on here is a compressor. What this does is limits the dynamic range of the voice. It brings the low parts up and the loud parts down, so it's easier to sit your vocal in the mix. Let's go to a vocal preset. Don't be afraid to use the presets in these plugins also. They're written by engineers. It's a good place to start. And as you become more experienced, you can write your own presets for your plugins. So let's give this a listen here. Back to you, yeah, just. So that sounds good. I'm using 3-to-1 ratio, about a 3 dB gain reduction. And as you compress it, make sure you bring your gain up on your compressor so you get a nice level heading back into your track there. So let's give that a listen with the plugins and without.
Where there are no prisoners, whoa, now. Lord, what I've been through. So many years in love and pain, calling me back to you.
Nice, so that sounds great. That helped that vocal out a lot. So the next thing to do is let's get some space on these vocals. So I'm going to create a new stereo auxiliary input. We'll create that. We'll call that Vox Verb. Set up a bus from our vocal track. Our next unused bus is bus 3-4. Bring the level up to about 0. We'll start right around there. And let's feed that into our aux track. So our input will set to bus 3-4 also. So let's get a reverb on there. I'm going to use the reverb. And let's load in maybe a vocal plate, see how that sounds. We'll start with that anyway. So let's see what that sounds like with a little space on the vocal.
Now, oh Lord, what I've been through. Oh Lord, what I've been through. So many years in love and pain, calling me back to you.
So that adds some nice space to it. Obviously, you can blend that in depending on how much you want. Some people like the vocals dry, some people like them a little bit wetter. You can also add a delay to your vocal if you want a little more space out of it and you want to spread it out a little bit wider. So let's go ahead and do that and see what that sounds like. So we're going to set up a new stereo aux track again, and we'll call that aux delay. Go back to our vocal track and go to bus 5-6. That's our next available stereo bus here. And set the input to our new aux track to 5 and 6. Let's throw a delay on there. Let's use an H delay. This is a great delay from Waves. It sounds really vintage. Also, if you've recorded your Pro Tools session to a click, all you have to do is hit this host button on your delay and it'll automatically sync to the tempo of your Pro Tools session, which is really convenient. So let's see what that sounds like.
They all will become one. Whoa, now. Oh Lord, what I've been through. Oh Lord, what I've been through. So many years in love and pain, calling me back to you.
Nice. So that concludes our tutorial on processing your lead vocal track. I hope it helps you out with your vocal sounds. Make sure you log on to prorecordingworkshop.com for more tutorials and let me know what you might be interested in learning about. See you next time.